What's good, Black Star? Welcome back to the channel. Passport Bros and Men. You guys know what happened with Skip Bayless and the whole situation going on with last Monday's football game, and how Skip was talking all this shit about, was basically standing by what he had said about how he felt about the game. Now, me, I don't keep up with football, but I did hear about the situation with Skip Bayless, and what I'm gonna have to tell bros what's the truth about this situation, because apparently a lot of bros don't understand. And black men, we have to build our own entertainment industry and our own financial industry. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because under white folks, we're seen as just a tool so that they can make money. It goes for the NBA, goes for the NFL, goes for golf. It goes for a lot of industries. It goes for, you see how Kanye made all his money with Yeezys, and now he's basically he's now a multi-millionaire now. They took away literally a half of what his wealth was just in the snap. So basically, until we as black men build our own infrastructure and our own businesses, we're going to keep getting disrespected by white folks and also by other different races of people. Now, why am I talking about this specifically on this channel? Because we as black men have to understand that other races really don't see us as anything more than what we advertise ourselves as. And right now, sorry to say, us as a group, we do not have control of our media image. We do not have control over our we don't have any control over our path. Our path is basically being crafted by other groups of men and also by black women. Sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Other races of people are grafting our path. And what we need to do as black men, we need to take control of our own path and carve out our own piece of the pie. That's the reason why Skip Bayless could have said the shit that he said about the brother that nearly died on the football field. Now, I understand that we feel like there's a lot of shit going up against us, which it is. But men, what we have to understand is, fuck all that. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for some of the shit that was put on, that hindered us back in the day, we would have already been far ahead than what we were. And also we have thanks to government programs and certain movements that I'm not going to say here, our women and black women and black men would be more aligned with each other than enemies. So what am I really saying here? Us as a people, we are at a disadvantage because we do not control our own image, and also we tend to want to be around the white folks, in the sense of what Anton Daniels said about white people. We typically want to be associated with white folks all the time, and we don't want to control our own narrative, and we don't want to actually do our not that we don't want to, but it's that we don't have the necessary, well, we have the knowledge. But it's like the point is, a lot of us don't don't have the necessary drive in order to become more in our society, in our culture. Now, I'm not saying go out there and build yourself up and get back to this ADOS and FBA black community. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we need to craft our own community and actually build our own things. That's the main reason why, the main purpose of this video. We as a community and we as a group, we have to understand that unless we get control of the money that circulates in our community, and we get control of the media outlook and presence of black men as a whole, not and turn it from the whole thugnificent type of guy into the actual business-minded, business class type of man, we're not going to get anywhere, and we're not going to get any respect that we deserve. Because let's face it, no other community respects black men, because black men are basically being portrayed in the media as a thug, as a just a rapper, or any of that. We do not have control over our narrative. We do not have control over our media image. And quite frankly, I'm tired of that shit, because me as a black man, I'm actually working my ass off to do the things I want to do. And I have other mediocre black men that are dragging my image down along with them, and same as a lot of you other brothers that watch my channel. Your image is being dragged down, because as a collective, we're all seen as that thug or that drug dealer in our community. We're seen as that. We're not seen as the sophisticated business-minded type of men. They see us as workhorses. They see us as thugs. They don't see us as a normal human being. They see us as chaotic. That's the reason why they continue to pump out this narrative of feminism to keep our women separated from us. The reason why is because the sophisticated, educated type of black men that these sisters are claiming they want, they don't go for those men until after they had a couple kids with Pookie and Ray Ray, and they spit out this narrative of, oh, I want a strong black man. When I want a fucking husband, I want a man that will take care of me and my kids. But the thing about it is, they don't go for that type of guy, because what's pumped out into the media is the thug guy, the rapper, the ain't shit nigga that's out there doing all sorts of crazy shit, and that's been basically sexualized in the black community. So, if you really want to be honest, the black community has the black women in the black community have a unhealthy obsession with the thug. And what that does is that creates this narrative of, oh, I need to go out there and get the thug guy. And then what happens is, after they've been with that thug guy and they found out that the thug guy ain't shit and they've had a couple kids by that man, they're gonna come back to the sophisticated, educated black man that's built himself up from scratch, and they're gonna want that man to take over the role of man in the house, and take over the role of father for their children. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And after they take over that role, they're gonna get disrespected, and they're gonna get basically put last in that family. We have to get control over our narrative, and we have to get control over what's going on in our community. Because let's face it, without black men at the helm of the community, we've seen where this community is going. And honestly, I'm saying the community, but I'm not even talking about the ADOS community or the FBA community. I'm talking about a new community as a whole, and separating ourselves from the Pookie and Ray Ray and Pookishas and the single baby mamas and all that shit, all the ratchetness. Separate ourselves from the ratchet culture of FBA and ADOS community, and create a new create a new foundation for a black community. That's what I am talking about. Because without that image without the strong masculine image that black men should have, we're not going to get anywhere, and we haven't been getting anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere with the equality for our skin tone. We're not going to get any. We're not going to get any justification. We're not going to get anything of value. We're going to keep getting disrespected. We're going to keep getting trash talked by our women. We're going to keep getting all this shit. And honestly, if you really want me to be honest, I don't give a fuck about what ADOS black women and ADOS and FBA black women got to say about black men. Because quite frankly, they've already sold themselves out to white men in the first place. Go on TikTok. All these women are talking about, oh, I want a white man, I want a white boy, I want a dad, I want a zaddy, and all this shit. And they always talking about black men ain't shit, black men ain't this, black men are this and that. No. Black men, we have to get control of our narrative, and we have to get control of our image. We have to. At this point, it's non-discussion. We can't discuss this at this point anymore. We have to get control over our image. We have to get control over our narrative. We have to get control over that. Because without that, we're going to keep getting disrespected. Now, this white man is set up here with fucking Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon been kissing this man's ass for however long he's been on TV with this man. First, he disrespected Shannon about his Hall of Fame. And then he disrespected Shannon again and a whole host of other black men about what's going on, and stood by and said, "I stand by what I said." Disrespectful. And then we continue to ask why people don't respect us, because we got coons like Shannon Sharpe kissing the ass of the white man that he works with because he's under contract. Now, if we would have had our own media, our own businesses, our own NFL, our own NBA, and our own shit, ain't none of that shit would have slid. But no, you got Shannon Sharpe up here still kissing the ass of white people and still accepting the disrespect, and only come out and still dating their daughters and still coming out and talking about black issues. See, O'Shea said it best. He's one of those lukewarm pro-blacks. He's that pro-black that come out when a black man gets his disrespect or killed, or the community gets his disrespect, but he'll still be sleeping with the enemy daughter. I've said it before. I don't like white women. I don't. I'm not sexually attracted to white women. I'm not in the bed with white women. All I've dated was black women. So it's kind of disrespectful to me that this man sits up here and talks all this shit, but then still in the bed with the enemy. I've never dated anything outside of black women. Never have I ever. And if I do marry a black woman, it's going to be a black woman from the diaspora. I'm talking about Latino, African, South African. I'm going to marry a black woman. I don't give a fuck. And yes, Latinas are part of African. Look it up. They come from the African diaspora. Although they want to say that they don't have any African descent, most of them are mixed with African DNA. Why do you think all these Latinas got all this fat asses and shit? That's African DNA. Best believe that. They are African. They got their African DNA inside them. Them genes that they got, all that curviness, all that body they got, that comes from the African diaspora. That is an African mixed woman. They may speak Spanish, but they got African DNA inside them. You don't get a fat ass like that for no reason. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some sleep, so I can go into work later in a little while. But you guys, we need to take control of our image, and we need to do our own thing. But you know what? I'll talk to you guys later. Be blessed. Build yourself up, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.